been incredibly blessed and fortunate to be able to do something I love and to make a living from it. And I think that's a big part of why I've been successful, is because I enjoy it. It's not exactly work. Quality of life improvement flying private is pretty hard to put a price on. I guess you could say you could figure out what the charter cost to do that is, but the value is a lot higher than that. The airlines, you're flying on their schedule. The airlines have service to 500 airports in the United States. We have access to roughly 5,000 airports. The advantage of time is that we can get you closer to the destination you're trying to get to. We grew the business over about 15 years to about $120 million, about $10 million a month of business, with a very, very strong technology focus, which delivered higher efficiency rates than any of our peers in the business. And eventually that got the attention of some pretty major players, and Delta Airlines purchased us in 2010.
We estimate the 135 air carrier private jet business to be in the magnitude of $2 to $3 billion. Of that, about 50 to 60% of that is in the category of aircraft that we've elected to operate, which is the light and mid-cabin aircraft. We're all aware of the current discussion about the 1%. Obviously, private jet business is a smaller demographic than 1%, but it certainly speaks to the increased wealth that we see at the high end of the marketplace. Private jet utilization, as a measure of that, had remained fairly static for the first several years after 2008, so through about 2012. But since 2012, the data would suggest that this is beginning to increase again. Also, the demographic being so thin, at least historically, presents a great opportunity to broaden the base for your customers.
Our aircraft that we've selected for this new business are Citation aircraft, Citation CJ2s and Citation XLs. Those aircraft are more efficient. They are lower acquisition cost. We've modeled this on 25 aircraft in each category of light and mid-size jet. That's critically important to us because of the economy of scale that provides and the buying power that provides. At every level in the business, we are able to purchase fuel with much better volumes than we would if we operated 4 and 5 aircraft. We're able to procure maintenance. We're able to buy training.
A typical owner of an aircraft asks questions like, where is my airplane tonight, and what is it doing, and have you put it in a hangar, and will it be available for me on Sunday? Whereas obviously we operate rather like an airline in that it's an asset and we want to put the asset to work, and the more hours the better. We don't really care where it is tonight, and we don't really care whether it's going to be available for the owner, because there is no owner, we're the owner. And so that makes us different to most 135 management companies.
To summarize all of it, it comes down to what's your time worth. Time savings of the private jet allows you to be able to enjoy the more important things to you in life.
Private jet flight travel has been referred to as a time machine before. It's been referred to in the lifestyle sense. I think it's all of those things. But the most important thing probably is it is what you need it to be at that moment. If you need to be in more than one place at once, you effectively can be with a private jet.
We all have things to do and places to be. We have a choice in how we get there. Experience the difference.